UnPrisoned. It's on Hulu, and there are 8 episodes brought to us by writer-creator Tracy McMillan and industry veteran Yvette Lee Bowser, whose credits go back to A Different World and Hanging with Mr. Cooper. It stars Kerry Washington and Delroy Lindo as a father and daughter forging a new relationship once the father returns from a 17-year stint in prison. With the amount of roles that Kerry Washington has had over the years, this is probably my favorite one of hers. Paige, the uptight woman, now a therapist, but really is dealing with a lot of past trauma. I really like the rapport between Kerry Washington and Delroy Lindo. It was really natural and sweet. First off, Delroy's jeans. Do you know those were his jeans that he had before he went off to prison? Back in the day, that crease was crisp, okay? They also had little Paige, the inner child. She was adorable. What I really liked about the shows were the conversations about forgiveness, establishing new relationships with people that have been in your lives, maybe in negative situations, but now we're trying to redefine these relationships. At what point do we acknowledge that how we were raised may affect how we are, but it doesn't have to define who we are? What are we responsible for in our lives? We also had conversations about the prison system and how men and women can survive afterwards. How are they supposed to rebuild their lives when there's so many obstacles in their way? I absolutely loved her son, played by Fali Rakotwavana, was dealing with his own identity issues. They lived primarily in a white environment, and that's all he knew. This gave him a chance to connect with who he was. He definitely loved the food when they went to Alabama, right? When I watch shows, I like to be represented. So sometimes I need to be represented as a Black person. Sometimes I need to be represented as a woman. Sometimes I need to be represented as a Black woman. And sometimes I need to be represented as a woman over 50. Brenda Strong, the actress who was the housewife that kicked off all the desperation. Sue Ellen Mishke. She was my favorite of the show. These modern day women over 50, we still fly, we still looking good, we out here living life, we're still sexually viable, and we're not putting up with anybody's bullshit. She knew what value she played in raising Paige, and even if Paige was disrespectful, Nadine was like, oh no, you're gonna respect me. It also stars Marquis Richardson, that I know from Dear White People, and he plays the parole officer to Delroy Lindo, who ends up in a relationship with Kerry Washington's Paige. Given Kerry Washington's power in Hollywood, I expect to see a season 2, but I don't know. Hollywood been just chopping stuff, so I don't know, but I really liked it. It was a delightful show.